King Charles has some surprisingly great taste in music. Turns out the king has an Apple Music playlist, and in honor of Commonwealth Day, he shared what's on it. So let's kick off this week's Royals recap by taking a peek at what the British monarch is vibing to.
Throughout my life, music has meant a great deal to me. It has that remarkable ability to bring happy memories, comfort us in times of sadness, and to take us to distant places.
His playlist includes Crazy in Love by Beyonce and Jay-Z, Could You Be Loved by Bob Marley and the Wailers, and The Locomotion by Kylie Minogue. Also making the cut, Haven't Met You Yet by Michael Bublé, Upside Down by Diana Ross, La Vie en Rose by Grace Jones, Love Me Again by Ray, and many more. Who knew the king had such a solid mix? Speaking of His Majesty, he just spent $3.8 million on a new property, right next to Queen Camilla's favorite vacation home. And the reason why? Well, that's where things get interesting. According to the Daily Mail, Charles used his private funds to buy the Old Mill estate, which sits next to Camilla's Ray Mill house in Wiltshire, England. A source close to Camilla claims that he swooped in because the previous owner was planning to turn it into a full-blown wedding venue and short-term rental. The report also says Charles now wants a security-vetted tenant to ensure the property is used appropriately. Translation, no rowdy wedding parties next door. Now, let's talk about Kate Middleton. She was recently spotted wearing Queen Elizabeth's pearls at the first Commonwealth Day service in 2 years. The Princess of Wales marked the occasion with a sentimental touch, wearing the Queen's 4-strand pearl choker paired with pearl and diamond earrings that once belonged to Princess Diana. And yes, those earrings are a staple in her wardrobe. She attended the event alongside Prince William. Speaking of William, he's gearing up for his first international trip of the year without Kate. The Prince of Wales announced he'll be traveling to Estonia next week as part of his role as Colonel-in-Chief of the Mercian Regiment, showing support for British troops stationed there. While in Tallinn, he'll also get a first-hand look at Estonia's response to the ongoing war in Ukraine and check out the country's latest innovations in renewable energy and tech. Now, let's hop over to the royal news making waves stateside. Meghan Markle's estranged dad, Thomas Markle, he is not happy about her last name change. He told the Daily Mail, "My mom loved Meghan very much, but she would be so disappointed to hear that Meghan no longer wants to use the name Markle. My mother was so proud to be a Markle, so am I." The retired TV lighting director claims Meghan never had a problem with her last name until she met Prince Harry. Now he says he has to introduce himself as Meghan Sussex's dad. Meghan confirmed she now goes by Meghan Sussex in her new Netflix series with Love Meghan, a show that former Vanity Fair editor Tina Brown did not hold back on criticizing. Tina said in part, she has never figured out a convincing persona. Masquerading as an influencer, she's the ultimate follower, which inevitably means she is behind the curve. Comedian Katherine Ryan also weighed in, admitting that while she once rooted for Meghan, she found the series a bit too Hollywood. On her podcast, Katherine noted that several things can be true at once. Some people dislike Meghan due to internalized racism, while others, like her, feel the Duchess has leaned too far into celebrity culture.
She is very Hollywood, even for me, and I don't like that in people. I see now, and maybe it's just the project she's choosing, it does feel like she has lied about whether she knew who Prince Harry was, and these like details about her childhood change and don't add up. Like she said on her new Netflix show that they ate TV dinners growing up, but then in an old interview, she's like, we would eat farm fresh, just little things.
And now another comedian enters the chat, Whitney Cummings, who thinks Meghan's Netflix show is actually a low-key roast of the royal family.
I don't think you need my help, so I'm gonna come in with the hottest take, which is, I don't think she's trying to make a good show for you guys. No offense. This is nothing to do with making a good show. This show to me is just her subtly roasting the royal family. This isn't made for us. This is made for like 30 people in that castle. That's all she's doing.
But despite all the backlash, Meghan did give fans a rare peek into her and Prince Harry's home life, including how they keep the romance alive while juggling kids. In an interview with People, Meghan shared that she and Harry have nightcap recaps over wine while packing school lunches. And in other Meghan news, she's making a return to podcasting after her $20 million Spotify deal fell apart. She announced on Instagram, "I'm so excited to share with you something else I've been working on, Confessions of a Female Founder, my new podcast with Lemonade Media. The first episode drops April 8th. And that's a wrap on this week's Royals Recap. Consider yourself fully caught up.